This is the explanation of the grade 11 task. Once again, remember, this 28th of August will be your last day, so please make sure your work is done. Reminder also, the group part of this task will be done in class. Each one has to come prepared, and that will be from the 12th till the 20th of August. So make sure you have everything ready by then. Right, you can read all of this by yourself. Right, let's look at the questions using your own words. Explain what is meant by risky youth behavior. That's in your textbook. Mention and describe 2 types of youth risky behavior. So what you're going to do is you're going to mention it for 1 mark and then describe it for 2 mark, 2nd mark, and for the 3rd mark, that is an example. Explain 2 contributing factors to all above mentioned youth risky factors. Let's say you use, for instance, alcohol abuse as a type. Then you have to say what can contribute to alcohol. So you need to name 2 things, like, for instance, availability of alcohol at home, plus parents offering or being participants in alcohol abuse. And obviously explain with your own words as well as an example. Critically discuss 2 ways in which engaging in risky behavior, such as alcohol abuse, could affect youth attempt to live healthy and personal lives. You can look here, obviously, that alcohol abuse can influence your mental state as well as your physically. You can cause an accident and then you're physically disabled. Mentally, it can cause a lot of problems, especially with your way of thinking. So look in that type of thing. Then you have to read this piece and then answer the questions. Firstly, define what does substance abuse means and substance use and substance abuse. And notice the 2 differences there. Differentiate between alcoholism and drug addiction. Even though both is an addiction, they differ. Explain 2 social factors that might contribute to youth abusing these substances. Now, obviously, we're talking about alcohols and drugs. Critically discuss 2 long-term impacts of substance abuse on an individual's emotional being. That can be, once again, something like depression. Why is it causing depression? And give an example what the depressed person might do to themselves. Access 2 ways in which drug abuse can or might negatively impact your academic performance. Ladies and gentlemen, drugs can't give you better marks. It will only decrease your marks. It has been stated that DACA users have found out that using drugs before writing exams makes you more sleepy, less attentive, and you forget more things. Right, now group activity is our PowerPoint. So once again, in your groups, you are going to look at these topics. So each person will get a slide or 2 to complete and narrate. Please also remember, they are going to look at these options as well. That's why the mark is out of 22. So critical thinking, creative thinking, collaboration, and communication. Then this is at home again, activity 4. Explain how social media can mitigate youth risky behavior, mitigate or solve or help us control it. Critically discuss the role of the community in addressing youth risky behavior. More community help to get teens out of the cycle, like intervention or creating work so that teens don't have leisure hours to drink or use drugs. Also help criminalize this behavior. But that's my ideas, just remember. Evaluate the impact of your project in improving or creating a supportive environment that encourages youth to prioritize lifelong career goals over immediate risky behaviors. You're going to have to think here out of the box how your project, your presentation, because remember that's the goal of your presentation, to help improve and create a supporting environment for the youth to focus more on their careers than risky behaviors that can take away careers. So think very carefully there. Then activity 5 is a reflection. Discuss 2 aspects that you learn from the project, provide motivation, why you would consider them important. You do a bibliography. I will add in a page that is the correct way to do a bibliography. And that's the task.